Nobel laureate Mr. Soyinka says U.S. visa revoked. Late October 2025. Location: Lagos, Nigeria/Dakar, Senegal. Mr. Wole Soyinka, the 91-year-old Nigerian playwright, poet, and Nobel Prize winner, announced that his non-immigrant U.S. visa has been revoked. The revocation was communicated via a letter from the U.S. Consulate General in Lagos, dated October 23, 2025, which directed him to bring his passport in for physical cancellation of the visa. The rationale provided in the letter was vague. It cited that additional information became available after the visa was issued. Mr. Soyinka stated that he will not reapply and described the cancellation as effectively a ban. "I have no visa, I am banned, obviously, from the United States," he told reporters. He joked that the letter was a curious love letter from the embassy.
So it's necessary for me to give this press conference so that people in the States who are expecting me for this event or that event or were thinking of it, not to waste their time. I have no visa. I am banned, obviously, from the United States.
Possible motivation and Mr. Soyinka's response. Mr. Soyinka speculated that the revocation may stem from his criticism of President Donald Trump, particularly his comparison of President Trump to Ugandan dictator Idi Amin, calling him a white version of Idi Amin. He expressed surprise, saying he has no criminal record or past behavior to justify such action.
So I'm warning you now that you may learn that I was convicted for carrying some small chilies, because at the airport they wanted to charge me to court. They said, but I could plead guilty and pay a fine. I think I remember paying about $25 or so, for 2. AMSAC. AMSAC is acronym for American Society for African Culture. AMSAC had a huge international conference, I think some years also just before that, early 70s. I'm not good at dates. Anyway, and it took place in Atlanta, Americana, a motel in Atlanta at the time. And I fought I don't mean physically. I had, shall we say, a confrontation with the police, some racist conduct by the receptionist led to the police being called. And this police came and was trying to throw his weight around and so on. So I can be convicted, if you like, for, shall we say, for disobeying orders from law officers of the United States.
He also recalled that in 2016 he destroyed his U.S. green card in protest of President Trump's first term and had previously renounced permanent residency. Regarding invitations to U.S. events, he told organizers not to bother inviting him, saying, "If you want to see me, you know where to find me."
And if you want to see me, you know where to find me. That's elementary as that.
While Mr. Soyinka noted that the action doesn't personally crush him, he framed the issue as one of principle and dignity, that any individual deserves fair treatment. This visa revocation comes during a U.S. policy landscape under President Trump in which immigration and visa controls have been more aggressively enforced. In July 2025, the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria shifted many non-immigrant visa issuances from multi-entry, 5-year visas to single-entry, 3-month permits, part of increased restriction in visa policy toward Nigerians. Observers see this case as one of several instances where Visa and Immigration Authority is used in a discretionary way to respond, possibly punitively, to political voices abroad. Mr. Soyinka remains a figure of global stature and has long taught at U.S. universities such as Harvard and Cornell. He continues to be a globally respected intellectual and critic. The official letter does not specify what additional information triggered the revocation, so the precise justification remains unclear. While Soyinka treats the revocation as effectively permanent, the wording suggests this is a discretionary administrative action, which might allow for future review or appeal. The U.S. State Department or Embassy has not publicly responded in detail or provided clarifying remarks on the case.
It has nothing to do with me personally. It has to do with the treatment which I know, the brutal, cruel, and often unbelievable treatment being meted out to strangers, immigrants, even in some cases, permanent residents, which of course include quite a number of Nigerians. I know of a number of Nigerians who were turned back, who live in the United States, who've lived there all their lives. Some of them have businesses, they have grown-up children, families who are even citizens of our country, but who just left in the normal way to visit home, and then found at the airport they weren't allowed.
The revocation of a U.S. visa for a Nobel laureate raises concerns about freedom of speech, diplomatic norms, and how political criticism may be treated in immigration policy. It may deter or chill other public intellectuals, critics, or artists who might fear punitive consequences for speaking out. On a practical level, he is now unable to attend U.S. literary events, lectures, or engagements that require entry.